Hello, everybody. Welcome to a new year on Tony Molly Adams' YouTube channel. This is our first program, and it's in the format of Mountains and Molehills, where we discuss Tony's column. And here he is, Tony the Mole Adams. How was your off season, Tony?
Yeah, busy, Steve. As you know, rugby league never stops. Every day, particularly at clubs like the Tigers, we're getting players signed, blokes sacked. It's never a dull moment in rugby league, as they say.
Getting ready for Vegas. I've already interviewed my first NRL player of the year, Spencer Leniu in Salt Lake City. So there you go. So I'm saving my pennies. I'm a bit butthurt from my trip to America, but
Oh, really?
but financially, I mean. But I'm saving my pennies,
Okay.
saving my pennies, and hoping to join you in Sin City, Tony. But let's go with your first column. Well, it's not your first column of the year; it's the first column that we're discussing. And I've put my glasses on. I've got my phone out, but I know the first item is about a guy called Bradman Best, who's much sought after. But you know where he's off to, or where he's not off to.
Yeah, well, the Tigers, as in keeping with their habits this off-season, shall we say, threw massive money at him. They wanted him for about $800,000 a season, which would have made him the richest centre in the game, probably. But he's decided he probably might have watched a few Tigers videos from last season, because he's staying at the Knights for a fair bit less, probably about 700 grand a year. So that's 100 grand pay cut to stay in Newcastle. It sort of sums up the dilemma of the Tigers, and they've sort of very quickly moved on and signed Justin Olam from the Storm, the PNG centre, who, as we know, on his day is a very good player. It was a little bit average last year, spent some time in the Queensland Cup, but basically Bradman Best is going to sign a 3-year deal to stay with the Knights sometime next few days.
Now, I wasn't aware of a guy called Mitch Woods. He's only 17 years old, but he seems to be some sort of sporting genius. He can play anything. What can you tell the viewers about Mitch Woods?
Yeah, well, Gus Gould's delighted about him because he was in the Sydney Swans AFL Academy. He played in some lead-up game to the AFL Grand Final at the MCG last year. He's also played rugby union, and they were very keen to get him. But he's decided to sign with the Bulldogs. He's a 17-year-old halfback. I think they've signed him for 4 or 5 years. So it shows you how much faith they've got in the kid. So he's very much in the wait and see category. Gus sort of emphasised that to me. But one thing about Gus, he can pick young talent. He certainly did that at the Panthers, and I think a lot of Penrith success goes down to him. And he's slowly but surely building a team at the Bulldogs, and so he's one for the little black books. Mitch Woods.
Your third item, something that our mutual friend Brad Walder told me about yesterday, and one of the guys you've quoted, Peter Thompson, he's from the ASEAN Rugby League. So he's very keen on getting rugby league started, particularly in Thailand. But this isn't just an expansion story for train spotters, Tony. It's actually plenty of familiar names in this story, and it's a match that's been played this weekend for a good cause.
Yeah, that's right. And it's a Masters game between some of the best old players of the NRL and the best old players of Super League. And it's in Pattaya Beach, the lovely holiday resort in Thailand. So it's probably a bit late notice, but if anyone wants a nice weekend away in Pattaya, jump on a plane, and you'll see a great game on Sunday. The great Brian Smith is coaching the Aussie team, and Andy Gregory, the legendary halfback, is coaching the Brits. I don't have the full British team, but I know Keith Senior's playing. In the Aussie team, we have Matt Cooper, the Dragons centre, Richard Swain, ex Melbourne Storm hooker, Jason Smith at a few clubs, great ball playing 5/8 lock, and Rennie Matua. So he's well known in both hemispheres. And I've been told possibly Willie Mason will make a guest in, but he's yet to be confirmed. So it's exciting times, and it goes to a good cause, a orphanage that's near Pattaya Beach.
Yeah, Willie's probably in the neighbourhood anyway, so he'll be able to. He'll just be walking past it. Might drop in and have a game. We've got a few Warrington fans watching, I hope, or English rugby league fans. Hopefully, we've got some Welsh rugby league fans watching, and they want to know if Bradman Best will ever play for Wales. But and Greek rugby league fans, which brings us to your final item. Billy Magoulias, former Warrington and Greece player, and what's he up to now?
Well, he's playing at the Newtown Jets, but he's set up his own coaching academy, which is pretty impressive for a current player. And he's got clinics all over Sydney. He's got one in the southern suburbs, one in the western suburbs, one in Wollongong, and he's looking to branch out at the Central Coast, which, as you know, is a big growth area. And he's taking kids from the ages of 8 to 18. He says he's keen to develop his coaching, and he's played under some pretty good coaches over the years. So he wants to sort of pass on their knowledge, and the details of his academy and the website can all be found on Wide World of Sports in my column.
That's great. Yeah, make sure you check out Tony's column on Wide World of Sports. I don't know if YouTube have got these rules about putting links in the description when you're a new channel, so maybe we're not allowed to do that yet. But if you look at the top of Tony's channel, there is a link to the Wide World of Sports and to Tony's columns. A bit of a streamlined format, Tony, to start the year. We're easing ourselves in, but it's going to be a massive season ahead. So thanks for your time, and we'll speak again next week.